Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Flower Friday.
Hey there.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That is exactly right. And today we're going to be making a patriotic wreath. So y'all come in and get comfortable and let's get started making this wreath.
So welcome those of you who are joining us live. We are so happy you guys are here with us today.
Yes, we are. It is Friday. And we love Fridays. Yep. So we're excited to be here.
So before we show you what we're working with today for this red, white, and blue patriotic wreath, if you are watching us live, will you just type live in the comments? Let us know where you're watching us from, the city, the state, the country where you're watching us from. If you're watching us on replay, you can type that in the comments too. And again, let us know where you're watching this video from. We are so happy you guys are here with us. We're going to have fun today for Flower Friday.
That's right. This is our favorite day of the week. So we are ready.
So we're going to go ahead and get started and let you know what we're working with today.
Yep.
So first, we have a 14-inch grapevine wreath base, and we do have a welcome patriotic sign on there.
Yes. Isn't that cute?
So this is going to be, we're making this for Memorial Day. So that's what we're doing this one for. For those of you who are in the U.S., we're making this Memorial Day wreath. So we've got this sign. Okay, this sign, it's just a very, what is that?
They call it, they say that it's waterproof and all that, but I'm not sure what it is made out of, but it's very thin.
Yeah, very thin.
And
we just used our jewelry hole punch just to punch 3 holes right here, and we attached it with our 26 gauge floral wire right to the grapevine base. It was very, very simple to attach this, and it's really super lightweight, so that's good. So we've got that. Let's see what else we've got for this wreath. We have some, I love these navy blue hydrangeas. Aren't those pretty? So these did, and mine just came off, but these did come from Amazon.
Amazon, that's right.
And when you buy these, the stems come separate from the head of the hydrangea. So you just put the little stem in there. But that one I had not put on very well.
Yes.
So we've got that. What else do we have over there?
Let's see. We have got some red roses, and these again are from Amazon. We have some peonies that we're going to use, and these are from Michael's, but you can get those anywhere. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got some little white hydrangeas, and all of these, I showed y'all a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, the box that I got from Amazon that had all the mixture of white flowers. So this is what we're going to be using, is the mixture of those flowers in this. And now you could, mine's coming off now too, you could actually do this with a lighter blue. I wanted to use navy because the sign has more of the navy instead of just the bright blue. So, but you know, it depends on what sign you're using.
Yeah, and you could definitely do this without a sign.
Yes.
It would be all up to you. So we do have our bow, which I've already made, and this is a 12-loop bow. It is just our traditional wreath bow, which I will post a link in the comments to a video showing you how to make that bow. But I did want to show you the ribbon that we used. Now, all of our ribbon is 1.5-inch ribbon. Mm-hmm. It is wired, so that is very important when you're making those bows.
Definitely.
I do like that ribbon. And this is from, is it Craft Outlet? Yeah, craftoutlet.com. So we've got that ribbon.
And the sign is from there as well.
I have just a 1.5-inch wired red ribbon. This is almost like that kind of, almost like a burlap style.
Yeah, it is.
Look, a burlap look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then just a navy blue. And your blue ribbon would just depend on, like she said, the color blue.
Whatever color
that you use.
Yeah.
Like, you can show those hydrangeas.
Yes, like we've got these hydrangeas. These are also from, and this is how they come. It's just in case you haven't seen before. They literally come mashed like that. But all you have to do is use your blow dryer and blow them, and they open up so pretty, and they just, I love them. But you could go with this kind of, you know, a bright blue, and then you would want your, whatever your blue ribbon, you would want to make sure it matched your hydrangeas. or whatever blue you're using.
Hey, Anita and Dorothy and Linda and Verlene. We are so glad y'all are live with us today. Hey, Wendy and Stephanie. If you will, share this video with your friends. We would really appreciate that. So now I am going to go ahead and attach my bow. I don't have my bow on there yet. I do, like I said, we've already attached the signs, and we use that 26 gauge floral wire. So I'm just going to clip off those extra wires there.
Yeah.
But they will be covered up with all of our florals and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this about, what is it, like
I'd say
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah.
About 8 o'clock on my base.
You just don't want to, you want it low enough, and, whoops, well, I didn't get that on good. You want it low enough so that you don't cover up your sign. And I broke that wire. So yes.
It happens.
It happens.
Now we use the 26 gauge floral wire.
Now if you break your wire, just let me show you what I do. I make sure that the wire here that was originally on it is twisted really, really good, and then I just cut that wire off. Just like that. And then just take your new wire and put it right straight down in the middle. You do not have to start over with your bow. That's what's good. And then just twist that around several good times, and then you're back where you started with your bow. So if that happens, you do not have to remake it.
So I hope you guys are having a good Friday.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments what the weather is like where you're at.
Yeah, ours has been just so
crazy weather today.
Crazy, yes. It's warm one day and the next day it's cold. So, well, I say cold. It's not cold.
Well,
for some of y'all, it's cold for us, but or colder than I like this time of year. Let me just put it that way.
Yes, me too. Hey, Carrie, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Today.
And tell us if y'all have any big weekend plans.
Yeah. We
have some big weekend plans. One day this weekend, we're going to be celebrating Amanda's babies.
Well, he's not a baby anymore.
I'm trying to...
So many of y'all have been following us for so long.
Yeah.
So you saw when I had Bennett, he was 2 years old yesterday.
Yes. So we're going to have his party. And then also, he was born on May 4th, and then my youngest daughter, Rebecca, was born on May 5th. So he was almost on his Aunt Beck's birthday.
Almost.
And so we're going to be celebrating both of them.
Yeah, so we're going to have a weekend of celebration.
Yes, we are.
So it should be
So what are y'all going to be doing?
Tracy said it is cold and rainy here in Idaho. It's been a little bit drizzly today here in Alabama. Definitely cooler than what we're used to, which I mean, I don't think we should complain, because in a month it'll be like scorching hot and we'll be complaining about that.
Yes, I always say I'm not going to complain because, you know, I'm a summer person, but I always end up complaining a little bit, don't I?
I mean, you know.
Isn't that crazy?
A little bit.
Much as I look forward to it, and then still got to complain a little bit.
See, Susan said they finally had some warmer weather.
Well, good.
Here in, St. Louis. And Victoria says Kentucky Derby tomorrow.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
That would be so fun.
Did you do a Kentucky Derby wreath?
That's something we have not done. Maybe
not
one of
these
years we need to do that.
Yeah, we should.
I know. Susan says she can't believe baby Bennett is already 2 years old. And I cannot either. He's not a baby anymore.
No.
And I wanted to cry. I just wanted to cry. I mean, I'm happy.
Well, I especially wanted to cry because it honestly seems like yesterday this one was 2 years old. So, y'all know how that is if you've got grown children.
It happens fast.
It does. Way too fast. For my heart. I can tell you that. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and start. We're going to first green our wreath with our FICA sleeves.
And we've already got all of our FICA sleeves cut up. They do come in a larger stem. Which we've already cut them all up, or we would show you.
Most of them, but they come,
But they do come in a larger stem of about 3 pieces, so we separate those.
Yes. So I'm just going to put one that's got 2 little pieces on the top, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom because I'm going to be making my cross.
And this is going to be, you know, at the back of your wreath, so it does not have to be really precise.
No.
Mine's not going to look exactly like hers.
No, it's not. And the thing with greening is, you know, you're just going to see pieces of it kind of peeking out here and there. So you don't have to be really, you know, perfect with it. You just want to get it all around. So I'm going to take one that's just got one little leaf on it, and I'm going to finish my cross out.
Well, I would say one set of leaves, because that's really three.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's 3 leaves, isn't it? Yeah, one set of 3. Yeah, there you go. I guess that's true.
Because when you said 2 leaves a minute ago, I was like...
You were like, where's my other... Yeah, I don't have one with 2 leaves. Sorry about that.
Stephanie says, what does making a cross mean?
Okay, so what I do if I'm doing a full wreath, I first do what I just did. I put a top and a bottom.
6 o'clock.
And then, just like you're making a cross, just like that.
12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That's the way we...
That's our cross. That's our cross for... That's the first greenery that I'm going to put in. Now, this is only with a full wreath. If I'm doing a crescent wreath, it's different. But if it's a full wreath, I always make my cross first. So we've got that. So now we're going to fill in between those. So I've got a couple. Do you have 2 that's got 2 on them?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take and put these.
And there's a bigger stem of it where you can see where we cut those apart.
Yeah. And I'm just going to put these in between just like that. And you see that doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to bring those. Actually, I think I'm going to use this one.
I got some glue on mine. I dripped a little bit of glue on there, but I don't think when we get everything on here,
you're never going to see it.
So I'm not going to worry about...
No, I don't think I will.
I'm not going to worry too much about trying to get it off right now.
Well, I didn't get that one in the right place. So let me move it down just a little. Now, and like I said, this does not have to be perfect. You just want to get it all around the wreath. So if you don't have it, you know, exactly perfect, nobody but you will know.
Yeah.
Because all of this, most of it, except for maybe just here or there, is going to be hidden. But this just gives you your base of where you're going to end up putting everything else.
I try to get similar.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Similar ones, like if I'm doing one on one side, like one on one side, one on the other. I try to get, you know, pieces that look kind of similar.
Yeah.
But if it's
but
not
if
perfect,
you can't,
okay.
then you know, it's perfectly okay. But that's what I kind of do too. But the main thing is just to get something for your base. And now I've got some just little individual ones again that I'm just going to kind of fill in anywhere that I need them.
And we're going to be filling up this with so much
Yeah, it's going to have
stuff,
a lot
so many
going
flowers.
on.
You're really not even going to see much of this at all.
No, but this, you know, I think people get nervous about putting the greenery and all, and it really is, you know, you don't need to worry so much about it. Just put your greenery on and then just start building. This is just your backdrop.
Yeah, and you know, you can always add
Yes.
or take away. I mean,
Yes.
sometimes I take things away.
I do too.
If I see it's too much or too heavy or
I do the same thing.
or just doesn't go, I will take it out. So don't
Yep.
be afraid to just play around with things and
That's right.
have fun with it.
Because I do the very same thing. I'll put one more over here just to make sure that I got it covered.
I think I've got mine.
Yep. Now I'm going to take one little piece I think I'll use this one. And I'm going to go ahead because you know you got to have something on every side of your bow. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece behind my bow. That way, if I were to forget, I got it covered. I've already done it. So I try to make that one of the first things that I do before I start putting the flowers on. Just because it covers me that way. Okay, so now let me get some of my pretty little roses. And these are the roses from Amazon. And then we've got some others. I think these were from Joann's. I'm not sure. Just the little roses.
You can use the little bush from Hobby Lobby.
Yes.
Because they pretty much have those all the time.
Yes, they do.
The little, what are they called? What kind of roses?
The sweetheart roses.
Sweetheart. I was thinking princess. Sweetheart roses.
Yep. I'm going to start with one of my peonies, though. And I'm going to put this right at the top.
Now we are dipping our stems in our Grace Monroe home glue skillet. I know several of you are asking about that. It is our Grace Monroe home glue skillet. We made it with Surebonder. I will put the link in the comments of where you can find one of these. It is back in stock, as well as the kit, which includes the pink silicone pad and two stir sticks, the pink silicone pad, the glue skillet, and a bag of glue. Yeah. So, and it is all back in stock.
Yes, it is, and it keeps going out of stock. So you want to grab it because that is a good deal.
Yeah, it is.
That if you buy it all together.
And now, as of yesterday, it was still in stock.
Yes, so yeah.
Hopefully it is right
now. I put that one, Amanda, but I'm gonna go ahead and put. I normally wouldn't, but I want to go ahead and put one little set of my red ones up here at the top. I should have done that first, but I didn't. So now I'm fixing it. Here we go. There we go. Now I'm coming back to my peonies. And I like this bush because it's got some smaller and some larger ones on there. So that's always good when you can get them like that. Okay. I'm going to bring that one right here to the side. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. But I don't want to put them too low, and I'll show you why here in just a minute.
I may have put mine too low because I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot what comes. See, I've got them up at the top half, just like that, because I'm going to go ahead now and put them, because I want my hydrangeas to be at the bottom. I want the heaviness. The hydrangeas are the biggest ones that I've got. And with this wreath, and because of the way that we've got the sign put on the wreath, I want the bottom to be heavier than the top. So I'm going to put my hydrangeas all at the bottom. And I will show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put my first one.
I'm going to fluff mine out just a little bit.
Yeah, some of them, I didn't take enough time with them.
That's the only thing. I love these hydrangeas from Amazon, but you do have to fluff them out.
You do have to fluff them out, yes. So I'm going to put one right there. And then I'm going to put this one right in here if I can keep it on my stem.
Yeah, we probably should glue them on.
I'm going to have to glue that.
We did not take the time beforehand, but
I know.
I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Yes, because it is coming off. So make sure that you do glue your stems on. You get them at a good price, but you do have to.
You got to work for it a little bit.
You got to work for it a little bit, yeah. I'm going to let that one dry, I think. Okay, I glued that one.
I don't think any of mine are glued.
I probably didn't glue.
So we'll just let that dry for just a minute. It won't take long.
Now I'm going to put this one here. Maybe that's will hold now. I'm going to put this one on this side.
So we're kind of making a triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And I know y'all ask us about the triangle rule all the time, and we don't follow it 100%, but we do follow it a bit.
Yes, and especially if you've got something heavy that you're working with, like, or, you know, large like these, because that's going to make it look more almost like a basket, sort of. That's kind of how I look at it.
For this
particular one, yeah. Now I meant to finish the pennies. Let me go ahead and put a couple more of my pennies on here. Take that leaf off because I don't love it. One right in here.
Jill, if you look actually in the pinned comments here, I believe we have a link to our Amazon store, and in that Amazon store are some of our favorite artificial florals that you can get from Amazon.
Yes.
So that may be helpful for you.
Yes.
If you're looking for them.
Because there's some that, you know, we've gotten that we're not as crazy about, and so we've added a bunch of our favorites.
Yeah. So we've gotten a ton from them, and
yes.
you know, like we said, not all of them are great. Some of them are kind of hit or miss, you know, but we have on there our favorites.
Yeah. Okay. So now I've got that. So I am going to now add some of my roses, and I'm going to go right now and put one right here in the bottom.
Already starting to look good.
Yep. I love Patriotic wreaths.
Verlene, how many, is it 12 hydrangeas or is it?
10.
10.
10 hydrangeas
come in the
come
set.
in the bag, yes.
And it comes like we showed you a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a plastic bag, so you've got to fluff them out and you've got to put the stems on yourself.
Yes.
And,
you know, the box of flowers and like the roses, the only negative thing about these is that the stems are really tiny little stems. And I don't love that about them, but they're, you know, it's worth the money, saving the money.
Now the hydrangea stems, they're not.
No, the hydrangeas, the hydrangea ones are great. Some of them are good and some of them, you know, some of the flowers are good and some of them are not so great as far as the stems go. Okay. Put a couple more. One right in here. This one on this side and this one.
These stems in here. Somebody's asking about the stems. They're not in here though.
No, I took them out. They're right. Whoops. I stuck them right. There's one. Okay. I've got them over there in that little pile.
I'll show y'all how long the stems are. Because I know some of you were asking. They're that long. Let's see.
Yes. Here, put one on this one. Here. Oh, you're measuring it?
10 inches.
Yeah, and they've got an end that has a little ridge thing that you can pop them in and just like that. And then you just take your blow dryer and blow dry all over it. I would use medium heat. Don't use the high heat, but blow dry all over it and you'll get it just like you need it, and then just kind of fluff it out. And I mean, it's amazing how they fluff up really, really big and pretty.
And the thing is, the look of them, I mean, the hydrangea itself, once it's fluffed out, is bigger than the ones you would buy in the bush.
Yes.
They're comparable to if you were to just buy a stem from Michael's.
Just the stems.
The only thing is the stem is a little bit thinner and you have to put it on yourself.
Yes.
So, but if you consider paying, you know, like at Michael's, I mean, you know, they're like $5 a stem or more in some cases.
Exactly.
You know.
And
here you can get 10 of them for a lot less.
Yes.
So, you know, it's just up to you and whatever you prefer, really.
Now, I just put some of my little roses. Did you get all the big roses around? And now I'm just adding some of my, my little ones around my sign. That is all right. I'm not trying to rush you.
Stephanie asked why you use a blow dryer.
It just helps fluff it. I use my blow dryer. I tell you, I have one right down here that I use. I keep it plugged in, and I use it for everything. But this comes in handy for getting the glue boogers off. You know, the glue strings. That takes care of all of that. So I keep one. Anywhere I'm working, there's a blow dryer right there.
Now, you could use a steamer.
You could.
If you wanted to. And sometimes if they're really wrinkled,
sometimes we will. Yes.
But the blow dryer just does the trick.
It does the trick. Anytime. If you've got a flower that just, you know, it just looks all bent and looks, you know, how some of them come, especially if you order them and they ship them, you know, then sometimes they're all shipped mashed or whatever. You know, you can just take that blow dryer, go over it, and it'll pop right back out. They're wonderful. So I just highly recommend it. Okay, now I've got...
Yeah, Vita, we just use the blow dryer because we started a long time. It's convenient.
It is convenient, yes.
You know, we just have always had this extra one here that we just use for it. I mean, you could use whatever, a heat gun or a steamer.
Yeah, you could.
Whatever you prefer. It's just...
But, you know, blow dryers are inexpensive.
Easily accessible.
They're easily accessible, and we've just used them forever.
Yeah.
I have used that thing... I can't even tell you how long I've had that very one, but I literally, there's several. So, okay, now I'm just going to put one of my cute little mums that came out of my box of white flowers. And it's got some little grass stuff on it. So, I said, well, that would be cute. And you do have to work with these stems now because they are thin. So just keep that in mind, but it's worth saving the money. Although I'm going to take that out and re-put it because I didn't get it where I wanted it.
Yeah, and the thing with the blow dryer, it doesn't get so hot that it melts things.
No.
So that's one of the reasons why
we
use that. Now, if you're making Christmas wreaths, I will say, like on the pine wreaths, it gets a little hot for those, so be careful with those. Make sure you kind of keep your
keep it on medium. That's why I always say don't use it on high because, that's you may not do too good if you do it on high. So just do it on medium. All right. Just going to sprinkle around some of my little white. Oh, I forgot about my two pretty dahlias. I wanted this. I did not go with like white. This kind of is almost like an ivory color because I wanted it to kind of have a vintage look about it. So...
I knew I had two of those dahlias. There it is. Knew I had two over here somewhere.
Yeah. I just realized I forgot to get something. I gotta take this out and move it. I can get it out. There we go. I'm just going to move this up just a little bit because I did not get it exactly where I wanted it. There we go. And I've got to get something because I just realized I forgot something.
What'd you forget?
I will show you.
Is it important?
I can remember where I put them.
Is it important?
Yes. You don't have the berries over there.
No, the berries are over here. I was wondering about this.
Oh, okay. That's what
I thought that you were going to use that for something else. Is it you're talking about the little berries?
Yes, this is what I got for this, and then I completely didn't think about it again until just right then when I was looking for my berries.
Well, I saw them over there, but then I thought they were for something else.
No, so they're for this.
I didn't even.
There we go. I just wanted to add just a few. Now, these are lighter, but I've got the navy in there, so I'm okay with that because this was the only color I could get, and I thought these were so pretty. So, but I'm going to cut
nice
each
one. Too.
Yes, I'm cutting each one into 2 pieces because it's got like 3 different little stems on it.
And the berries are from
Michael's.
Yeah, Michael's.
Michael's. Yeah. I got these from Michael's.
And this is something you could, you know, if you don't want to use the berries.
Yeah, you don't have to. You sure don't. You could, you know, use something else. But I always like it anytime that I can put something different like berries or fruit or anything like that. I love that. So I just cut 2 of those apart and put the larger at the top, and then I put the 2 smaller here just like that. Now let's see. I've got one more little stem, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one in. Stuck my fingers. This one right here in the middle. This one over here on the side of my bow. Okay, so now have you got another little one that's got the greenery on it?
No.
You do not. Okay, then we will use the hydrangea.
Yeah, I have a little hydrangea.
We have 2 little hydrangeas. We still got a lot of roses that we could add. I wanted to put the hydrangeas. I'm going to put these down here. Just like that. And these are some that came in that box that had all the different white flowers in it. And it's on our list, I think. Didn't you put it on our list?
I think I did, but if not, I'll add it.
I can't remember. But I like it. Couple more of my big red roses.
We got our little roses here too.
Now I've already added.
Your little red ones?
Yeah, I added one here and one here.
I missed that step.
You missed it. I don't remember what you were doing. I think you were talking or you were doing something.
Well, I'll add my little ones.
I meant to tell you that.
Missed that little step.
You missed that step. I'm going to put this one over here. Kind of to frame my little sign. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding, I'm going to use my eucalyptus, the kind that we get from Hobby Lobby that we love. I'm going to use that. Yeah, here's another one for my compact greenery, because you want to have at least one compact greenery in your wreath, and that's just going to help, you know, fill up the wreath, but it's also going to help separate your flowers, and so it's always helpful to have a compact greenery. You could use boxwood or the eucalyptus, anything like that would work. But y'all know this is our favorite.
Yeah, we use this a lot.
Yep.
For sure.
I am going to first start putting some right around my sign. Make sure I get all around there.
And you just want to sprinkle this all around. You know, you're kind of filling in with it is what you're doing. And it's really good. It's a really good filler. I mean, it is. It takes up a lot of space and looks good in between the flowers.
It definitely does. And it does help separate your flowers. And that's what you want too. You don't want it to look like you just filled it up with flowers. And I see people do that all the time, and you want to see your flowers and see all of your different things. So you can't do that if you've just got them all packed in together. So that's why it's always good to add a compact greenery.
Get that to stay where I want it to stay.
Yeah, that's aggravating when it won't do that, isn't it?
Annette, this sign, I love this sign too. It's from Craft Outlet.
Yep. It was simple, but that's what I wanted. You know, something that wasn't really elaborate or cutesy. I wanted something that was just, and that did kind of have that vintage feel to it a little bit. So this one was perfect. You know, your compact greenery is always something good to add all around your bow, and it makes such a difference when you do that. It just makes your bow pop up and look so pretty when you add that all around it. And you see, when I get to the bottom, I'm kind of aiming my stem straight down because I want it to be peeking out from the bottom as well. Now, I will put some in between too, but I want to make sure that I've got some just kind of coming straight down.
Yeah, I'm really liking this one.
Yeah. pretty. Yep. And you see how it almost, I was explaining to Amanda earlier what I had in my head. I said it's almost like a basket. You've got the heavy at the bottom, and you've got stuff that's not quite as heavy looking at the top.
This is where I'm at so far.
Yeah. And you know, people ask us in our Design with the Pros group all the time, you know, how do I make two that looks just alike and all of that? And you'll see that, you know, we can sit here, both of us do the exact same thing, and they're going to look different. I can make two side by side and they're going to look just a little different, because all wreaths are different, you know. Yeah. They're all shaped a little bit differently, and so you can get them almost alike, but it's nearly impossible to get them identical, or I've never gotten them identical.
Yeah, and really it's just, you know, you're kind of putting your own, even though you're kind of doing the same thing. I'm gonna pull this out.
Your own little...
Put your own little personality.
Yes, you do. Yes. I believe that. You put your own little style and personality to each one. What, are you trying to pull one out?
Yeah, I want to move this one up, but I got it stuck.
Uh-oh.
Because when I glue something in...
Now that she does. When she glues it in...
It didn't go anywhere.
No.
I make sure of that.
Up too. Yep, she does. That is the truth.
I'm just going to move that just a little bit.
And don't be afraid to take stuff out and re-put them in and that kind of thing, because sometimes you just need to do that. Ooh, on that one. I'm going to turn it this way just so that I can see where I need something.
I think that this eucalyptus is our go-to because it just looks good with anything.
It does. It's just like the right color, the right shape. It's just one of those greeneries that's just great. And I just pulled this one off. So where did I get it from? There it is. Get it back on. Oh well, I can't get it back on, so we'll leave it off.
Karen, the sign is a really thin, it's almost like I don't know what they call it. It's plastic,
know either. I wish I knew.
Thin. And so to attach it, we just used a jewelry hole punch. And we use these a lot. This is what we use a lot when we just have a thin sign. And you can find those on Amazon.
Oh, they're very inexpensive.
Probably at Walmart.
Yes, they're very inexpensive. And most things like that, they will cut.
And we will attach it with our 26 gauge floral wire, which we use for just about everything.
Yes, we do. And I'm just filling in with some of the little flowers if I need something. So I just saw a spot that I want to add something to.
I think I really like this one.
Yep.
I like the way it turned out.
I do too. I am happy with it too. And now you can do, you know, what you want to with your tails. You can leave them all together, or you can separate them. You could, if you wanted to, you could add some ribbon throughout. You know, you could just do all kinds of things. And of course, I'm going to show you the back of mine. You see all the stems? We leave our stems long and then we cut them off from the back. And that not only, it helps them stay in better, but it also helps you create that dimension in your wreath that you need. So that is a very important thing to do. So I would just go all around and cut it off. And then my last step, just like we were talking about, is I take the blow dryer and blow dry all over it. And make sure, because I see some glue places and that kind of thing. So you just blow dry it and get all of that glue off.
Yep, that'll get rid of your glue boogers, as we call them, glue boogers.
Yep, it takes care of all those glue boogers. But this is not hard. It's fun. And we used 2 greeneries, the ficus leaves first, and then filled in with the eucalyptus, and then the flowers, and not hard at all.
No, and this one, I mean, I think anybody can make this one. This one is really, you know.
I really believe that anybody at any level, you can make this, for sure.
And you can use as much or as little as you want. If you don't want it this full, you don't have to make it this full. You can still use the same techniques and just make it smaller. That's totally
exactly
fine.
Right.
You could leave out the sign and it would still look great.
It still would, yes.
It'd be a great
you could add, there's all kinds of things you could add. You could add a flag, you know, just put a couple of flags up here. There's all kinds of things you could do to it.
But this is really, like I said, I love this one. I think I might end up using this one. Yep. I know I say that every week.
I know you do, but
really,
that's okay. And I'm probably going to use this one for Memorial Day too.
Yeah. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this.
Yes.
And really, you know,
fun.
If you didn't want to make it in red, white, and blue, or you didn't want to, you know, make a patriotic wreath, you can make it in any colors. I mean, any color combination would work. You're still going to use the same.
Do your light blue and do some pink and yellow or anything like that. And just do, you know, of course, you can't use the sign, but just, you know, find a different sign or just do the wreath without a sign. Yeah. But there you go.
All right, guys. Well, it has been fun hanging out with you today for Flower Friday. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have.
Yes, we always have so much fun doing this.
If you are new to us, we are so glad that you are here.
Yes, we are. Thank you for watching. Yes, we appreciate that.
Yes, and if you are watching us on YouTube, if you will, click that little follow button and actually click the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube, and click that bell to get notified when we release new video. And if you're watching us on Facebook, then you can click the follow button.
Yes, please do that, because we are here every Friday at 4 Central Time. For Flower Friday, so you don't want to miss it. We do something different every week.
Yeah, and y'all be sure to check out our blog at gracemonroehome.com, where we have tons of DIY tutorials. You'll also find the supply list, because I know a lot of you email us asking us for supply lists, and we do include those on our blog. And you can just search in the search bar for whatever you're looking for, because we have hundreds of tutorials on there.
Do.
So I'm sure if you're looking for something, you're probably going to find it there.
Yes, you are. Now, after a Friday, it does take us, you know, several days to get it put on the blog, so you won't have it like Monday morning on there with the supply list, but I promise you will have it very soon.
At some point you will have it.
Yes, very soon, but just not quite that quick. Yeah. But there's others that you can search for and look for.
But we thank you again for hanging out with us. We will see you next week for Flower Friday Live.
Yes, we will. So y'all be here too.
Yep, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.